Hey there, my name is Steve Spence, and in this video, I am going to show you how to connect your Project Mapit account to the QXO integration. Pretty pumped. This is the first video I've made on the how-to video with QXO as we just finished the integration here on November 4th, 2025. Note that date. I think there are some important things you should know right off the bat. So let's just cover some of the things. The first thing I'd like to say is thank you to Coastal Home Roofing, who's allowing us to use their mapping platform in order to show you all how to connect with QXO. So there are two types of customers, right? There are our pre-existing customers that have already been with Project Mapit, and then there are going to be brand new customers that have a blank map. There's not a pin on there. If you are a pre-existing customer of Project Mapit, we need to first make sure that the categories in your system, hardy plank beaded select cedar mill siding, is going to match the categories that are being pulled in from QXO. The way you're going to let us know that is by filling out this form. And it's a form that just says, update my categories before connecting. You're going to fill out this form. My team's going to get it. And then when we get it, we are going to go into your pre-existing categories, fix them so they're going to match the QXO sync, and then we'll email you back and let you know. The other thing that you could do is under the optional questions, if you just want us to fix your categories, your current categories, and then connect it ourselves, we will connect QXO for you and email you and say, hey, everything's done. In this box here, you're just going to say and give us your login credentials to your QXO.com account. Now, the way you get to that form is under integrations and going into QXO. Right here, it says existing customers and explains exactly what I just said. You would just click here, this red button that says fill out this form. That's going to open that form that I just showed you. So the other thing you want to know is what products are covered in the QXO integration. They include all roofing types except metal. So asphalt, composite, all of your tile roofing. We include all siding material. We include skylights, and we include commercial flat roofing, so EPDM, TPO, PVC, ModBit, things like that. The set standard is you have to order 10 squares or above in order for it to bring that material order, that delivery order into Project Mapit. Anything below 10 squares is going to be considered a repair, and we can use CRM data that you might be able to provide us to include that kind of stuff. With commercial roofing, this is the first time we've integrated with commercial roofing. So if there are any issues, if it's not coming in for whatever reason, just let us know and we will do our best to fix it. So how do you connect with QXO? You're going to go into the integrations tab. It's the fourth one from the left-hand side on your dashboard. And you're going to have QXO right here. You're going to click learn more. So now let's go to connecting QXO. It's not rocket science. It's a two-step process. You're going to connect with QXO. It's going to open up this page. This is where you're going to add your email and your password, and you're going to click sign in. When you click sign in, it brings you back. That's step one. Step two is you need to decide what you want to import. Do you want to import since your registration with QXO? Meaning if this company, I don't know when they started ordering from QXO, but if Coastal Home Roofing ordered 10 years ago, it would be the registration date that they registered with QXO. So this option gives you the historical data, all of your legacy delivery orders. But if you click on this, some people might just want to say, hey, I just want to bring in QX orders from today moving forward. So you have that option. You would choose which option works best for you. So in this scenario, we're going to bring in all the orders again. So I'm going to click sync orders. And then down here on the bottom right, a green button says, hey, this will take a few minutes. Okay, so it takes a while for this number to change, just so you all know. I'm not going to go into the projects tab because I don't want to share personal information. There's customer names and stuff like that. So I want to respect Coastal Home Roofing on that respect. But right now, it currently, I just looked, there were like 2,164. So it's still syncing. But I can still continue to show you what would be the next step. So once it's finished syncing and bringing in all of your projects, again, you can just click in projects and just check it every like 15 minutes or so to see if the number of projects have increased. Once the number of projects stop increasing, obviously the sync is done. However, let's just pretend now that the process is over and the initial sync is complete. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into your categories and understand how these categories work. So the first thing that you'll recognize right off the bat is some categories have these toggle buttons to the right, and some of them don't have toggle buttons. They have an X. Okay, I don't want to cancel that. Sorry. So what's the differentiating factor? The toggle button. The toggle button means that it is a QXO integration. So there are TAMCO Heritage, there are Certainteed Board and Batten Siding that have been brought in to the system through QXO. So a toggle button means that QXO has been integrated. A non-toggle button means this was something that was never part of or ordered from QXO in that scenario. This might end up with a toggle button eventually, but here are the things that you want to think about. And this is what the toggle button means. The first thing is you've been ordering from QXO for years, right? And maybe one year you were ordering a lot of a specific product, and then you stopped ordering that product, and now you're ordering a different brand, right? People switch brands. We get that. You might order one of these Hardy Blank beaded seating, select cedar mill siding jobs. You might order it one time, but you don't really promote it much, and you don't really want it on your map, right? And what I mean by on your map is you don't want it to show up here, right? So the first thing you should do is you should toggle off any category that you really don't want showing on your map, because again, QXO is bringing in everything you've ever ordered, even those one-offs. So if I don't want Hardy Plank Select Cedar Mill, I can click the toggle button, say OK, and now I've toggled it off, meaning it's no longer going to display up in this category section on your actual public viewing of your map. All right, so I can turn it off. The jobs still come in, but it just won't display. I can toggle it back on, and there it is. There we go. I can do the same with anything that is a subcategory. So here's Certainteed Main Street. I can come down here and I can toggle off Desert Stand, and then it won't show as a subcategory. I can toggle it back on. So that's how our integrations work with supply companies. Just toggle off, toggle on what you do or do not want. Okay, that's the first thing, the toggle buttons. The second thing, put your categories in order of how you'd want them to show up in the services part. And I'm going to say this because it has nothing to do with the integration, but if you don't want this to say services, you can make it say anything you want. And that's just in map settings. Go to how your map will work. So this third tab, scroll down until you get to this right here. Filters displayed on your portfolio. To change the icon, you can change the icon to one of these if you'd want, and you can change the name. So if I wanted it to say Coastal Products or View Our Products, you can change that. People asked me that at a recent show, and I wanted to make sure I said that out loud. So the next thing is put in order you want the categories to show. So if Certainteed Landmark Pro is the most important thing, you would just slide it in the order. So there you go. So now when I go to map and click on services, Certainteed Landmark Pro is first. Okay. So toggle on and off the things you do and do not want to display, and put in order the categories that you'd want to show up first on your map on the public viewing side. The last thing I want to explain is you actually can change the name of these if you wanted to. So if I didn't want it, if I just wanted this to say Certainteed Main Street, I can come in here after the integration processes initially. I can go in here and take off the word siding and delete it, and it just says Certainteed Main Street. Future orders will still come in and still categorize this way. So you can change a name and it will still update as it comes in through QXO. And that's it. You have now synced QXO with your Project Mapit portfolio. If you're a new customer, that blank map now has a ton of pins because of QXO. Moving forward, QXO will update it in basically real time. So just order from QXO. As far as Project Mapit goes, this is all I'll tell you. Put Project Mapit in your sales process. Your customer success manager at Project Mapit will teach you the ways We have a knowledge base that teaches you the ways on how to infuse Project Map It into the different parts of the sales. That includes pre-appointment email, any proposals or post-appointment communications, in-home sales, presentations that you might be using. If you put it in your sales, you're going to see the difference. We live on your website. We have some marketing ability. We have a public profile page that will hopefully help you get seen online a little better, especially with AI searches now. And we have a review platform that 100% will help you collect more reviews. We have analytics to prove all of that, but put it in your sales, please, please, please. And when you do, you will see the power of Project Map It. Really appreciate you connecting QXO. We're very excited about the partnership and just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts about being a Project Map It family member. Take care.